Hey everyone, we're back with a new video. And for those of you who enjoyed my bits of content on AR, this video finally covers the continuation of the XReal glasses. This video has been sitting on the sidelines for a while, waiting for me to get inspired. XReal launched the Beam Pro last year, and with it finally offering a bit more of a complete experience for AR daily driving. Even when paired with the XReal Air 2s that I had access to, the Beam Pro elevates the experience. No longer needing to install the Android app on your phone and then reinstall your apps inside like a VM, the Beam Pro instead replaces the phone in this equation. Instead, those Nebula tools are installed into the device itself and part of the operating system, and only run on the glasses when you enter into the glasses mode. It was definitely a lot faster and more polished than the experience I had when using my Samsung phone because of the added weight of running the apps within the Nebula nested inside your phone. Normally those extra layers really bog down the process. And I usually have a flagship phone, and I was still a little disappointed with the amount of power it took and it really just chugged. Currently, it seems that it limits you to 2 AR screens without using workarounds. So you really only can use 1 or 2 screens that are floating in your AR space, and it prompts you to close one or the other if you want to have more apps. So you have to constantly be switching. I feel like this is just shy of being sufficient, as 3 would have been just enough for me to not even mention it. And that kind of lands where I was with the Quest. When they had 3 as the only amount of screens you could have, I was okay with it. But having 5 or 6 like you can now is of course better. But 2 is just a little on the shy side. Also, as a limitation depending on the glasses, unless you have the XReal Ultra 2s, you won't have hand tracking. Only input via the Beam screen, which still works well enough for content consumption. You can use it kind of like a touchscreen remote and kind of point it through 3D space. I'd like to do more testing for productivity with a mouse and keyboard on the go. Unfortunately, being Android-based like Horizon OS, though, there still aren't tons of programming tools for native development, sadly. I mean, there are still plenty of Office apps that you could utilize on here, and similar, tons of games and media consumption, but it's just not quite what I want for like a productivity device on the go, because without, like I mentioned on the Quest lineup, there's not a Git solution. Termux is kind of limited in what you can do without having to spend a lot of time setting it up. So it's not quite there yet as my mobile workstation, but we're so close to literally just replacing my laptop if Android just fleshes itself out a bit more. But that's not a Nebula OS issue. That's just a gripe I have in general, that Android hasn't quite become parity with Windows or Mac OS or Linux when it comes to productivity. Now, one really cool feature that is special with a device like this is the fact that you can do AR or 3D video recording. So similar to some of you might have it, I think it was on the iPhone 15 Pro, they started offering this, and the XReal Beam Pro offers this as well. It actually has 2 different cameras located on the back that are spaced out by, I don't know, about 1.5 inches. And this enables you to lock in some memories and an extra dimension, right? This is something that the Vision Pro is about the only thing I've seen that can actually record and play back, other than the XReal Beam Pro and glasses combination. Of course, the Meta Quest 3 can show you recorded videos, but I haven't seen too many people have success actually recording the videos on the Quest, or at least through a standard application. Like I said, though, these features in this realm make it more of a content creation / content streaming device or content enjoyment device. And that's really where XReal marketed it from the get-go, right? Even when XReal first came on the scene as XReal, and you saw the Viture and the Rokid glasses, they were intended to basically be a TV screen for your Steam Deck or your phone or your PC on a plane ride or in a cramped apartment or on a train. That's the intended purpose, at least where they started out. We're just now seeing the beginnings or the seeds of a greater capability for these kinds of devices. And you already see with the Orion concept that Meta's behind that idea as well. And Apple also has something they've been cooking up. I don't know if it's going to end up making it to market or not. But you're seeing with those, the Ray-Ban AI glasses that, even though they don't have vision themselves, they're building in these tools because they see that market opening up. So I think XReal has a really good head start in this area. They're one of the only ones that has everything that I want, the hand tracking. They have the compute free where it's in your pocket, it's not attached to the glasses, so it's not so bulky. It has the form factor. I'd like to see better battery life and a little bit more power in the phone or brains of it. And I'd like to see true cellular data, not just LTE. That's something that is really important to me for my future use case. But like I said, like they're slowly moving there. There are Android apps that you can utilize to make it more productivity focused, and I think I see us moving in that direction. I think if the interest was there, it could get there though. Especially since it's still based around Linux, you probably can run some of those applications on there with a little bit of work. Anyway, I just wanted to give a quick deep dive on the Beam Pro that I got my hands on and just kind of show you some of the hands-on with it. I really enjoyed using this, and I could see daily driving it now that the LTE version is available. It is a little bit more expensive at, I think, $300, and I think the base model's around $150 to $200 depending on when you find it. The battery life is only like around 4 hours from the reports I've seen. I haven't just drained it in use, but that's because I usually keep it on the charger and I've been just testing it in bursts. I think if they can pair this with the Ultra 2s with hand tracking and get the price down a little bit, I could see myself dailying them. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And as always, I'll see you guys next time.